different from worshipping our gods, doing puja and everything?
Now, puja is a love, respect, and devotion. It has a action, and it has a, if puja is more than puja, more is important is arti.
Arti.
More than arti, important is abhiseka.
Okay.
More than abhiseka, important is loving them.
And this
You
silence.
cannot do abhiseka without having a love. That love comes from the inside. So through that all the arti puja method, you are coming inside, not going outside.
Okay.
So that way puja is
So again, that is the
same.
meditation.
You want to come back. You want to
That
come
is
back.
meditation.
Yeah, that is meditation.
So during that meditation, so now suppose there is a young aspirant who has just started this life. How much time that aspirant should spend on meditation?
Say how much free his love is. Anybody, you and me, any aspirant, depend on how much free. Is he slaving himself? Yeah, is he framing himself? This is important. There should not be blind faith. There should not be surrendering in the way where you have no valuation. You must surrender in the way of that you are going to get something yourself. You are going to experience yourself. That will help for the young people.
So that time duration will depend on the
Yeah, it can put how much
the amount of love.
Now it depends on amount of love, how deep one is.
One is attracted to that. To
It is a gravitation of energy.
Okay.
It is radiation of energy. His faith has a radiation. His faith has a gravitation. How much magnet it is creating to attract.
So people say that at the initial stage, once you start with 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, and
No,
it will go on.
1 minute is enough.
1 minute of meditation is enough.
But for that 1 minute, you have to sit many hours.
Baba, do you also endorse or approve the karma yoga parallelly with this art of meditation?
See, this is another thing. To live in this world, we have karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raj yoga. These are the things created by mind. To let the people from anywhere come same place. Karma yoga is also a dedication and intention of mind. So that mind has a purpose. It can be as a seva. It can be as a duty. It can be order. So karma yoga is good to make cooperative society, to make cooperative people.
To earn the money, to earn the livelihood.
That earning money to free yourself. Response. You cannot earn money without dedication, without intention. You cannot work anywhere. And through that you want your liberty, you want freedoms. So that also karma yoga is also to let you free from the cooperative way, coordinating way. The karma yoga is beautiful for the world people.
So for karma yoga, again, we need deeper meditation to do better karmas.
Anything, same thing again come. The power of attractions. Which power, which magnet is coming from which center, we are attracted. And slowly, we become deep contact with that one. And when we become a deep contact, then we lose ourselves, we become oneness to that one. So same science, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The concentration, the meditation, the contemplation. 3 words is there, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Busy in one work, I lost myself, I become that. When I become that, then one is disappear, only one remain. The karma yoga is the same philosophy. How much love, how much dedication, how much faith I've got. Where, what for I am working. That intimation of mind must be there.
Which yoga you recommend? Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, or jnana yoga?
No, these are the separate road. Any road can go. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana. We have a iksha shakti, jnana shakti, kriya shakti. Iksha means a power of will. Kriya means a power of actions. Jnana means power of wisdom. So all are
One and the same.
one same place. Begin from anywhere. One is originated from that one, yeah, one is applicated with that one. You will reach to the same place because it is a performance of mind. When mind disappears, you go there, you same become. Until mind, bhakti doing, a karma doing, yeah, wisdom, it makes no difference. They have to come to become no mind. They have to practice to become a mind, a strong mind, a strong concentration to create a science, to create a wisdom. These are the concentration. And to drop all the things is the meditation.
Baba, like in science also, whatever scientific theories have been discovered so far or invented
From silence.
But there is always a purpose. Suppose steam engine is there, it drives a train. Suppose we have a generator, it generates electricity. So behind every scientific theory or invention, there is a purpose. So what is the purpose in spirituality? For doing this meditation, karma yoga, jnana yoga,
All
bhakti
sciences
yoga,
come.
what is the purpose of that?
Every science.
Where a human, where it lead us?
Now every science, whatever has been created in this world is for luxury, to relax. And to relax means going into a certain type of ananda. So bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, kriya yoga, everything has been created to make you relax. Get you tired and relax. And when you relax, that becomes a meditation. Because we say ki ananda is there in the relax, ananda is the home of the God. Means happiness. That happiness. So if you do go through physics, go through the chemistry, go through the biology, go through the economic, makes no difference. You are finding out how valuation is myself.
Yeah.
How important is myself. And how much valuation world can give you. Same thing, go through bhakti yoga, go through raj yoga, kriya yoga. All these things go to the same place. How to make your body relax, how to make your mind relax.
Peace
how
of
to
mind.
make your senses relax and let you free out of that. Okay, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this, but I am I. That makes all science to come out as invention science, as a discovery science. Both comes from the same place. Discovery is there already, invention is created.
Yes. So Baba has thrown light on very important aspect of spirituality. Now, one more question comes to my mind, and I am sure that my viewers, they might be having the same question in their minds also. That is the contribution of religion, the contribution of religious processes and our scriptures like Ramcharitmanas, like Bhagavad and other Purans. What is their contribution and how they have contributed for the welfare and development of a human being? Because till now we have understood the spirituality and the linkage between spirituality and science. Now I will request Babaji to throw some light on this aspect also, which is conventional religious processes and the spirituality. How they are different, because the religion is not contributing much towards the development of a human being. But spirituality is doing it.
Spiritualism means we say adhyatmikta. Religion means dharma. Religion can make a slavery. It does not give you freedoms. But because of that religion, too much war happened in the world. Because the religion, whole world is struggling and suffering. Because it is a cult. One type of idea and thought of certain society, so it creates slavery in the world. And spiritualism is a opening. It is a liberation, it is a freedom. It is an understanding. So we have to tell young generation never become a religion.
So we don't require religion at all.
They must break all the religion, must destroy all the religion, because they divide and rules. They divide and slaves. They have, it was a civilization in old ages. Before 400 years before, it was a civilization, but it was a horrible civilization. The Hindu fight, the Muslim fight, the Sikh fight, the Christian fight, and they don't like each other. If it was a religion of loving everyone, if it was a religion of making one God, not giving a name of different God and making other, fooling people. So Adhyatmikta means spiritualism does not divide. It gives opportunity to know yourself, and it is not a slave of the language. Spiritualism is a experience of from inside, and religion is a slave of the language. This makes difference.
Very nice thought, and of course provoking one. We don't require religion at all to govern this universe or the world. Baba, if now suppose we want to start afresh from today. Now let us assume that there is no religion governing the human race across the nations, and we don't want to label our Almighty like Allah.
No,
like
it is not
Bhagwan,
Allah
like
Almighty. It is our mind.
It's our mind. So how you will define, what will be your definition for Almighty then?
We are going to be slave of computer science, electronic science. This will create a hurdle in the life of the whole universe, and it will create a more suffering, more tension, more irritation, more diseases. So you have to go beyond this science, because this is a computer is also a religion. How to bring out youth generation mind, having experience of electronic science, come back to yourself. It is your mind creation, you are not a mind creator. So who you are, try to find out, and try to have a new invention, new idea, new thought, and which has only love. A love without dividing any people. A spiritual science is a science of the heart. It is not a science of the mind.
Now we are assuming a situation that we don't have any religion in the world, and we have stopped naming the most powerful person in this world who is running the whole universe. We don't want to label him as Bhagwan, we don't want to label him as Allah, we don't want to label him as God, and etc. etc.
Then
So Baba,
the whole world will suffer to die.
What will be your labeling then for Almighty?
Then we are going to fight the war.
Without religion?
No, religions will.
No, we don't have any religion now. Suppose we consider a situation,
This religion
all
will
human beings are one, they don't follow any religion.
not possible.
It's not possible.
Mind will never agree. Mind is religion.
Mind is religion.
Mind is religion. Mind is himself master to slave the master. Your mind is already slaving the master, but who you are. So how mind can organize to free you from the world religion? Not possible.
And whosoever frees his mind becomes a spiritual person.
Yes, who become a master of self.
Is above all these things.
Yes. That religion is not there. That teaching is not there. Now, nobody is going to stop the activities of power. Nobody is going to stop his activity of minds. So this flotation of energy will be there. It go on creating wave, it go on creating new idea, new thoughts, and it will create always new religion.
तो यहाँ आपके मन में भी एक प्रश्न आ रहा होगा कि अगर यहाँ पर जो ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी है, रिलीजन है, या आदमी को कोई भी काम करना हो संसार में, तो परमात्मा के इच्छा से ही सब कुछ होता है। और भगवत गीता में भी भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को कहा है कि पत्ता भी हिलता तो मेरी इच्छा से ही हिलता है। तो अब ये हमें समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है यहाँ पर कि एक व्यक्ति अपना जीवन खुद बनाता है हर एक्टिविटी खुद करता है कि परमात्मा का ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है। तो बाबा इस पर थोड़ा सा और आपका हम
प्रभु इस बात का ख्याल करना पड़ेगा, किस टाइम, what was that time, what was that purpose that Krishna said to the Arjuna, कि nothing could move in this universe because of without me. Because we are individual God. We are Krishna. If he become Aham Brahmasmi, then we are having a power to become Aham Brahmasmi. How it can be possible? My Brahms will move under his control. I am not a slave of him. So you have to find out the time, the situation, the happening. When Krishna say about all these things, nothing could move with that. But I believe that every individual has a power to become Krishna. Every individual has a power to become Brahman. Because what Krishna, we are same. Inside we have no difference. Krishna was very intellectual, very scientific, very loving. And this thing, we are divided. We either love me, you are not intellectual. We are not scientific, we are the category, senses are not developed. But his all senses were developed. So we have to practice to born again, because getting birth is an incarnation only.
Incarnation, yes.
Why not to come into the world with all the powerful senses? Then we don't need, we can create. And we can go beyond, we cannot become a slave of that one.
So there is something in the hand of a human being where he can change his or her destiny.
Yes. Ishwar ansh sab jeev avinasi baat karta hai. We are the particles of that God. We have same power what is there. And he also said that, though art, I gave you that power what I have. तो हम मनुष्यों के पास we have such a power. If you want, you can become a god. If you want, you can become an animal.
It just depends on our
intimation mind. You say, what have
efforts.
I in the mind, that I am going to become it. So it depends. Let us do in such a way that I should be upgraded, not lower graded.
So why we are then in misery? Why are we in anxiety? We are living a miserable life.
We have karma process. We have been given only that much what we have done it. And after that, whatever we have created, it is a support.
Can we change that karma process, our old karma?
Everything can be changed.
With the actions, or with the meditation, or with some other processes?
Yes, all the processes.
We can change that.
You can change it, because energy can be transcendented, energy can be transferred. And we have many kinds of central energy within us. Which personality you want to create within yourself, that personality can be created, and you can live with that person. And when fulfillment comes, that I have done enough, then it can be transcendented, it can be transferred. It's a mind, it is a heart, it is a consciousness, it is possible for everyone.
Every human being needs to understand spirituality and the processes in the spirituality in right sense. Otherwise, he is going to push himself or herself into a mess and will result in a confusion, total confusion. That confusion can be done with, and the guidance can come from a spiritual guru. In our Shastras, we say that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So every person needs a guru. Even Arjuna needed one, and that was Sri Krishna. So in our lives also, we are like Arjuna, and we have Krishna with us. Every person, we have to choose our Krishna, and Krishna is a guru to guide us, to inspire us, to motivate us for better life, for doing better things in the lives. Now I will request Babaji once again to give us more insights about the need of a guru for spending a beautiful life.
See, everything in the world, we need a bridge to bring the science into the light of invention. We need a bridge. If matter is not there, then we have a hope that matter has a power. Matter has nuclear powers, matter has a atomic power. So we are inventing, breaking. Same thing. Guru comes in the life as a bridge. If you are not mistaken, if you know how to use the bridge and how to walk through the bridge, then it is beautiful to walk through and go for that. You are not going to meet Guru. Bridge is not meant to make a house on the bridge. So you are not making a Guru to make your house. You are making a Guru to go ascending yourself from the darkness, from the ignorance. You are bringing yourself into the light. That is a Guru. Same as we use the pool as a milestone on the road. We are not going to pray the milestone, but we are using it to go where we want to go. That way, Adhyatmikta has agreed to make people understand that Guru is the Brahma, Guru is the creator, to taking care and giving you the enlightenment. That theory only can be possible when we realize that you are not going to attach with certain things, you are not going to make your house on the bridge, you are to ascending from that place also.
Babaji, how to select a Guru? Selection of Guru is very important.
Hard.
Because nowadays you see everyone is putting up the clothes of a Guru, but they I don't want to mention here what are their karmas, but how selection of Guru is very important in one's life.
Yes, fire color is not bad color. It is given to the Guru to use the fire color. It is given Guru to use the essence, the things, essence from the dye places, means get freedom from that one. Get everything as equal. So you can find your Guru if you listen to your heart. If you follow the mind, then you are confused, you are always here, you cannot stand for that. But if you listen to heart, it tells you once, not twice, not thrice. A mind to go and make it morning, evening, night, every time, mind make you to confined, and mind make you to pretend, so you are caught with the language of Gurus, with the slavery of the Gurus. Very, very hard to find out if you are not listening to your heart.
So, is it right to know about the qualities of a Guru? Because I don't think that will be
it is everybody's faith.
Sensible.
Maybe Guru is stupid. But if I met Guru, I have to correct myself. I'm not going to check the Guru, what he is doing. It is his karma. He is going to hell and heaven. I'm not going to blame that I have a wrong Guru. I have a Guru, and I have to change in myself. So my change can bring change in the Master. My change can bring me change into myself. So careful that. That's why I say don't make house on the bridge. Then you fell in love with the attachment with the Masters. You cannot do anything. You love yourself, respect yourself, and try to find out within me there is a Guru, this Guru is a person. I got a bridge I have to walk through.
Walk through this.
I saw the milestone, I have to drive away, not parking car there. But that milestone is a turning point to go to my intimation mind. That's possible.
India is a land of spirituality and great culture, and India has seen very powerful and sacred gurus like Ramakrishna Paramahansa, like we saw
Mahavtar Baba, Sundaraha Baba,
and other gurus in India. So, could you please throw some light on few of these mystics who
There's
lived
too
in
much
Himalayas?
in my life, Mr. Anand. I have too much experience of mystic master in the Himalayas. I cannot count on the finger and the names. So gurus are the great. Guru has a power, Guru has given transformation in the world, Guru has given transformation in all the great kings. Rama was great because he had a Guru, Krishna was great because he has a Guru, and we all have a Guru, so our greatness is going to help to bring change into the life. So you have to be careful that you are going to Guru to change yourself,
Not the Guru.
not change, not going to become a judge.
Or test the Guru.
So it is. So we have to be careful that if change are not happening with you, that means you are wrong. Your thought is wrong. You have not a Guru. Respect Guru decline. So make sure that when you have a Guru, things are going to happen to you, not to them.
We have heard that in the olden ages, olden years, if Guru wished to get the rains, he would invite rains and rain would come.
It's not big thing.
Was that true?
Yes, if they will invite to bring the Ganga, they can change the Ganga from here to there.
So that was their power.
This is the determination power, tapas.
So where those gurus have
There
gone?
are here gurus are there. We have to see them. You have to see. We don't have that eyes to see them.
They are still living in India, in
They are
Himalayas.
everybody there. It is, if you are ready, they are ready. If you are not ready, they are not ready. They are there, but they are not appear. Because when they change the body, they have a superpower. When they live in the world, they have a superpower. But that what they got, they cannot keep it. Because they got the body. Body is not for keeping. Body is passing through the body. And throwing the body, getting free from that. We are whole life trying to free from the attachment to the body.
But we don't get free.
But don't get free because you never get detached from that one. So gurus are there, but they are free from the body.
One unfortunate thing has happened, Baba, that is in India, the powers of these mystics, they have never been published. They have never been known to the to the common people.
Experience does not come into the language.
But the gods and the prophets, they are being worshipped more than these gurus or mystics.
Because they become a religion. Those people real who has experience, they are not a religion. They were not a religion, but their believer made a religion. When religion, then it has a power of union, power of mob, power of organization. So they organize. And today all the mostly gurus are organized. So that become organizer important, not guru important. So to meet guru, we have to see the heart. Look into the heart. Then one can change. Everyone can have it. Thank you.
So very important aspect of spirituality, which is Guru, the importance and need of a Guru, and Baba has discussed and thrown light on this topic also. Now, lastly, I would like to request Baba once again, because a long interview, and I know that he is already tired. So lastly, I would request him for some message for the youth of the world, where this world will become beautiful and nice, and people are in love with each other. They are affectionately doing things, and they think that this world is a single family, and we have to contribute for the growth of this universe.
Yeah.
Message for the people.
Live free. Don't try to become a slave. Don't carry the message which is called language. Listen to your heart. Find out who you are. Have an intimation of your mind. Have a destiny of your life. Then never run away from doing to get success in the life. If you are looking for the spiritual life, then come back to yourself. It is not a journey to outside. It goes to the anywhere. It goes to the somewhere. It will never give any enlightenment. If you want to have a spiritual life and enlightenment, come back to yourself. Practice how to stop the activities of body, activities of mind, activities of senses. It will give an ocean of love. It will take you beyond the love. It will take you beyond the devotion, and it will make you to experience that who you are, what you are. So this will help a young generation to change
Change a bit.
and realize that they have a meaning of life. Thank you very much. God bless you.
So today, in today's episode, we discussed about science, about the relation of science with spirituality, the difference between religion and spirituality, need of a guru, purpose of our lives, and about the mystics who lived in India and had great powers to fulfill their wish. So this was very insightful and very great learning while discussing these important topics about the spirituality with Mahayogi Pilot Babaji in his ashram situated at Haridwar. Now, before taking leave, and I would like to intimate you that after this we will be having a short interactive session with Pilot Babaji, because we have number of people waiting with their questions, with their doubts. They want to ask to Pilot Babaji, and after that we will close up this show. Before doing that, I thank you. I extend my gratitude and thanks to Pilot Baba for spending and sparing a very precious time. I am humbled, and I am very much humbled, and I extend my gratitude to you for being with us, sparing very precious time for our channel. Thank you very much, Baba.
Thank you. God bless everyone.